10 Psychological Tips to Read People Instantly. Mastering the skill of reading people is of timeless value that will give you a competitive edge, both in business and general life. Hello everyone, in today's video, we are going to unveil the mind mastery techniques on how to interpret people's hidden true feeling and intention. These techniques are backed by a scientific research conducted by psychologist Albert Mehrabian. According to the experts, 55% of what we convey comes from body language, 38% from the tone of voice, and only 7% from the words we use. When we are meeting someone for the first time, we are bombarded with information, and it can be hard to work out what kind of person they are. But armed with the informational techniques below, you will gain insight into anyone's personality instantly when you first meet them. Pay attention to the following clues, starting from the head down. Number 1. Eye contact. They often say that the eyes are the window to the soul. In a world full of distractions, eye contact is a profound gesture that has the power to bridge the gap between strangers, deepen relationships, and convey unspoken emotions. It's more than just a meeting of gazes. It's a silent conversation that speaks volumes without saying a word. For example, if a person literally can't take their eyes off you, it could mean they are engaged or have a romantic interest in you. But on the other hand, when you look someone in the eye and they can't bring themselves to look back at you, it's a sign that they're either nervous or they have got something to hide. Number 2. Eyebrows. Eyebrows can reveal a lot about a person's emotions and intentions. Take a close look at someone's eyebrows when they're talking. If their eyebrows are slightly raised, it could indicate surprise or interest. But if they're furrowed, it might mean they're confused or concerned. And also pay attention to the direction of the eyebrows too. If they're raised in the middle and sloping down towards the sides, it could suggest skepticism or disbelief in what you are telling them. Try raising your eyebrows when you're having a relaxed, casual conversation with a friend, and see how hard it is. If someone talking to you raises their eyebrows, and the topic isn't one that would logically cause surprise, worry, or fear, it's a sign that they're feeling pretty uncomfortable. Number 3. Smiling. Smiling is one of the most effective nonverbal gestures people employ to create a positive image. But when it comes to smiling, the mouth can lie, but the eyes cannot. A genuine smile reaches the eyes, crinkling the skin to create crow's feet around them. People often smile to hide what they're really thinking and feeling. So the next time you want to know if somebody's smile is genuine, take a close look for the crinkles at the corners of their eyes. If they aren't there, there is a big possibility that smile is hiding something. Number 4. The words they use. If you're meeting someone for the first time, and all they do is talk about the wonderful and good things about their work colleagues or other people, chances are they're a pretty decent people themselves too. Studies show that the more people rate others as being kind, polite, loving, and well-mannered, the more likely they are to also possess these traits. However, the reverse is also true. Anyone backstabbing and describing others as manipulative and nasty is more likely to have these traits themselves. It's also possible that they have a history of depression, temper issues, or personality disorder. Number 5. Paralanguage. Paralanguage, often referred to as the hidden or unspoken language, it encompasses various non-verbal cues of communication. Basically, it's a fancy way of saying that you need to pay attention to how someone says something. This includes tone, pitch, volume, speed of speech, as well as vocal cues like laughter, sighs, and hesitation sounds. For example, if someone is answering you in monotone, they're most likely unattached to your concept and not interested. Hesitation and use of filler words like and these vocal cues indicate uncertainty or discomfort. The use of sarcasm is another good example. When someone uses sarcasm, what they mean is actually the opposite of what they are saying. So, Pay attention to the emphasis they put on words and how they say it. It gives you a big clue as to what their true intentions are. Number 6. Nodding. Nodding is often used to show agreement or understanding, but it's essential to consider other factors, like facial expressions and tone of voice, to fully interpret someone's nod. When someone nods, but their facial expression doesn't match, like, they're nodding, but their face looks serious or confused. In cases like this, it's essential to consider the context and other nonverbal cues to understand the person's true feelings or intentions. Exaggerated nodding may also signal anxiety about approval. For example, when you're telling someone something and they nod excessively, this means that they are worried about what you think of them and that you doubt their ability to follow your instructions. Number 7. Lean forward. If a person leans in toward you, it's a clear indication that they are interested in what you have to say, and often indicate a willingness to open up and share more deeply. What you might not know is that it's also a sign of respect. When people come closer and lean in towards you during a conversation, it shows that they want to confide in you, and you have earned their trust. If someone leans back, however, this shows that they are tired of the conversation, or perhaps they feel uncomfortable for some reason. Number 8. Crossed arms and legs gestures. Typically, when someone crosses their arms, it's often interpreted as a defensive gesture. It can also signal discomfort, defensiveness, or a desire to create a barrier between oneself and others. However, it's essential to consider the context and cluster of other body language cues. For example, crossed arms might also indicate that a person is feeling cold or simply trying to find a comfortable position. In a professional setting, crossed arms and legs during a negotiation could suggest disagreement or resistance to ideas being presented. It's crucial for negotiators to be aware of these nonverbal cues to adapt their approach accordingly. On the same note, the direction of someone's feet are also quite revealing. A person that is engaged will have both feet facing in your direction. However, if their feet shift toward the door, it means they want to leave. Number 9. Copying body language. This is called mirroring, where individuals subconsciously imitate each other's body language as a way to establish rapport and connection. If you've never tried to read people before, this is something you probably haven't noticed. But pay close attention to it in the future, because when someone mimics your body language, it means they feel so good about you that they want to harmonize with you. It's a sign that the conversation is going well and that the other party is receptive to your message. This is done unconsciously, since no one walks around with the outright intention of mimicking others. But when we're comfortable with people, we have a tendency of mirroring their behaviors. Number 10. Posture. How someone carries themselves can give you some indications about their self-confidence. For example, someone is walking upright with their shoulders back, their chin up, looking straight ahead. That gives the indication that they feel good about themselves and have confidence. However, if someone is slouching over when they walk, that gives a much different impression. It may not necessarily mean that they have low self-esteem, but that's the message it gives off. Some of us are pretty good at reading the signs that people give off, while others are not, that they need the other person to come out, flank, and tell them what's on their mind. Reading people isn't easy, but if you can do it, it's a fantastic skill to have. Of course, everyone is different, so interpreting people's words and action may not always be accurate. But hopefully with these tips, you'll be well on your way to becoming better at reading people. Until next time, thanks for watching and subscribe to the channel.